Hey guys, I wanted to share a bit of a mental health moment with you today. I'm feeling like this week vlogging is helping me a lot just to keep on top of my mental health and to tune into myself and check in with you guys, everything all at once. So this week I really challenged myself to get done things that I've been wanting to put off and have been putting off for a while. The things that, you always have things on your to-do list that are pretty easy. I'm speaking for myself here, but let's say like cleaning the kitchen or going and getting groceries or just normal things that, people have to do. Those things personally don't really provoke my anxiety. Sometimes grocery shopping on a really bad day when I'm feeling very anxious, I can, be scared to go out and interact and do that. But most times I'm very familiar with that environment now. I always go to the same places, to interact with the same people, so fairly comfortable with that. I'll be honest, and I don't want to be triggering to people, so, if you're an especially anxious person, maybe tune out if you don't want to hear, but I'll tell you kind of what triggers me and what kind of gets to me the most. Personally, for me, it's anything medical, so anything doctor-related, and anything government, so anything like renewing passports or renewing anything like that. I get really anxious about those things. I don't think it's actually because of the process. It's kind of the interaction with people, but for me, it's more the whole waiting room and the different environments, and I can't explain it. We all have our own things, and everyone's weird in their own magical little way, but those are the things that really stress me out. And even with medical stuff, it's not so much like the actual doctor stuff, it's just the waiting room, and I guess it's just because it feels so, like authoritative and so cold and clinical and medical and serious, and you know what I mean? It's not like when I go to the grocery store, like, I know the people there now, we laugh, we joke around, it's actually really fun, and then I don't feel as anxious unless I'm having a really off day, like I said, which I've been having a lot of them for some reason this month, especially in terms of depression. But I just wanted to say that this week I said, you know what? Doing it, getting out there, getting my stuff done, and I am so absolutely proud of myself because I've been getting these things on my big scary to-do list checked off, regardless of just the normal things that I have to get done. I've been doing the really scary things that I'm like, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to deal with it, because I wanted to just tell you how I'm feeling right now. Today was the day that I went to go renew my Medicare card, which is just like, your medical card here in Quebec. So I went to do that, and when I got the photos taken at the pharmacy, went to the place, filled out the forms, made sure I had everything, went into that scary little waiting room, and I did it, and it's done. And it was, of course, as it always is, a lot easier and better than you'd think. But sometimes it's so embarrassing, and I feel like on the verge of tears right now because I feel this immense pride, but at the same time I feel shame because for some people, this is absolutely nothing. They'd be like, okay, so you went and did that. That's just like one part of my day. You know what I mean? Like, for some people, don't think twice of it. And for me, it's like such a daunting task. There's so many other things that don't scare me, like going to work and interacting with people in my daily life and stuff like that. It's not necessarily that I have such bad social anxiety that I have trouble talking to anyone. I do have those days where I get anxious even around my own friends or family. Like, we all have those days. If you deal with anxiety and depression, you know what I mean. You can have those days where you're like, you don't even feel like yourself, you're so off. It's just, everything is difficult. But today I said, I'm doing it. You gotta just set yourself a time, go out, get it done, finish it, and then you're gonna just feel like, I feel just this radiating relief, like my body just feels like it's glowing with just, because I was all jittery and anxious before. Now I'm like, the rest of the day, no matter what I have to do, it's gonna be easy compared to that. And so I wanted to share this moment with you. This is a proud moment for me with someone that deals with anxiety, because I think a lot of times, I've had people say stuff like, I don't think you really deal with anxiety, or, you don't seem like that type. But we all have anxiety over different things, and we all deal with things differently, you know what I mean? Like, when I was actually sitting down and with the person and interacting with them about what I had to do, I felt fine. It was the process kind of leading up to it and the environment more than anything, because I'm a very sensitive person, and just a different environment will throw me off. And just to show you like what I deal with, like I went into the building, I went to the wrong place originally, and I was standing outside this wrong waiting room. Everything was in French, and I didn't know what it meant, and I was freaking out. I was texting people, do you know what this word means? And instead of going in and actually asking someone, I kept about to go in, but I would just be on my phone texting, like, you gotta calm down. And I was there for like 20 minutes just freaking out and texting people and watching people go in and out of the room and pretending that I knew what I was doing when I was like lost and confused. And then eventually I went out and I found the right place and everything was fine. But I mean, I have those moments where I have to just be like, chill, or else I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. I have to just calm myself down. And I realized, hey, everyone goes at their own pace. There's no need to feel like you have to burst in somewhere, get everything done. Like, unless you have a time crunch, which I wouldn't recommend throwing in a time crunch if you have anxiety. Just try and, like, you know, do things when you know you have the time to get stuff done. Like today I'm trying to just go out, get my groceries, get this task done, get that task done, and just do a bunch of things today that have been hanging over me all week. But yeah, and I did some pharmacy stuff this week, and just the kind of things that I get really nervous about. So I just want to share this with you guys so you can know, like, kind of what stuff I deal with, and if you can relate, that would be awesome. If you have any stories to share, anything you find yourself relating to, feel free to write them down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I wanted to also say that today it made me realize, like, how nice people are. The person I dealt with when I was getting my card renewed, honestly, like, you could tell she didn't want to be there and she wasn't happy. I feel like, you know, as an empath, I can really, like, tune into people and know what's going on. Of course, very superficially. I'm not saying I have some special insight or something. But for instance, I was looking for a pharmacy that did photos, so I went to ask this guy, and he was trying really hard to communicate with me, and he's like, you know, I don't know if there is one, but I'm gonna go ask someone for you, and he made all this effort. He said, actually, there's one over here, and I said, oh, I live by there, so I'm going to just head back. I just want to know if there's something closer, and he was just so sweet, you know, and he's like, okay, dear, have a good one, and it was just, you know, moments like that. And when I was actually in the pharmacy taking my photo, there's this guy, like, joking around with me and stuff too about it. He's like, oh, my last time my passport photo got rejected because I was smiling too much, you know, and stuff like that. So it's those moments where you kind of go like, why am I taking everything so darn seriously? Why can't I just loosen up and just, you know, and those people today, those two people helped me just kind of relax into it and get through it, and I'm really grateful for that today. So anyways, guys, I'm blabbering. I hope you precious gems are doing well. Let me know how your weeks are going, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye, guys.